Hello everyone. So as a reminder, if you can, while you're watching this video, if you like the video both during the live stream or even after, if you're watching after, that can help build the channel and give me more things to be able to do more to stream and for you guys. Also, if you share this video, the more views we get, that helps. And after the video, commenting both during and after the stream. And then if you get a chance, or if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribing. The more subscribers we have, the more YouTube feels that they want to share it with other people. So I am actually headed over to a sponsored fortress because I found that those are the best if you can get to one to fight in. I'm kind of sad because none of our sponsored fortresses have inns nearby to be able to refill, but oh well, I have plenty of energy right now. And I also Saturday realized that my next fortress chamber that was red is now white. I have tried it, I believe, one time, but did not quite beat it. I believe, if I remember right, and I'd have to go back in the stream and look, but I believe I got a call during it, one or two calls, and I ended up hurrying and taking, but just barely didn't beat it. And since then, I have strengthened up, obviously. So, I'm going to go try and do that and answer any questions you guys may have, etc. So, I will talk to you guys, or check and see if anyone's commented in a minute. I'm going out and doing a bit now with the hope, and streaming now. I hope to be getting with people later tonight to begin painting pumpkins for our local pumpkin walk. The fun part about that is I talked to people and I noticed that they were kind of low on the number of people who had signed up, and I asked if they would prefer if I did a double scene, and they seemed to be very grateful I offered. So I am set to do a double scene there at the Pumpkin Walk for Wizards Unite. My idea is to use the family things like you can see here, so to paint these on pumpkins and have that be what most of the pumpkins are. I may have a few pumpkins doing the Brilliant event, foundables, popping those out to so that they can see what's inside them or whatever. I do have one page I can, one usual normal size sheet of paper that I can put in with it to explain a little bit about the scene, tell more about everything. So if you have some ideas on things I should put there, I am considering trying to figure out if I can do a QR code that will link to Wizards Unite, if I can find one so that they can download it. and maybe seeing if what I can do about it for our local Discord group, because obviously most people visiting the pumpkin walk will be from around here. Yes, if you have Samsung, and I did bring this up before in a previous stream, but it is a good reminder. Samsung users have access to the new update through the Samsung app. However, if you go in and download it, you will not be happy, because it will keep crashing your device. So, do not download it right now. Wait until it's completely released and until you hear that the update has been fixed. Or else you may be hating life because you won't be able to get in. The only thing you can do at that point is to then back out, or is to revert back to the previous update. So, thank you, Steph, for reminding me to tell everyone that. And I will check what you said in just a minute. Or in a little bit. I obviously, while I'm fighting in this one, I don't want to be checking because this one's going to take a bit to beat. And I'm a bit worried on how long I have. So I have 7 to beat in just over 8 minutes. So I will. When I can see it up top, I can comment and be able to let you guys know things about it, whatever. But when I can't see it up top, that's when I have to just kind of ignore it. Wow, that was a good hit. I'm glad I got that one out. If I hit like that every time, it might be an easy one. I do know that if I have over 5 focus, which I don't right now because I put the 7 one down, it makes them even easier to beat. Get up there on that one too. Fierce Werewolf. I think I'm going to drop another Existimal. We've got 2 of 7 down. That means there's 5 more. And thank goodness I dropped an Existimal, because this Fierce Werewolf is going to be a pain, obviously. Critical hit and barely touch him? This is not looking good. Oh, I forgot I didn't have this on. Forgot it ran out. This may help. Yeah, this is my weakness. And this is one of the ones I struggle against. Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna make it, so I'm not gonna keep dropping healing potions. Debating if I should try again. Yeah, I know you guys struggle with acros. Considering my husband is a or two. But yeah, wolves are a beast for me. Of course, that was also a fierce one. And I've noticed those are really hard. That's why I was shocked when I saw it was a fierce. I'll have to try and go in strengthen up a little bit, and maybe go in another time when I feel like wasting some more or whatever. Because I do know that yeah, he was fierce. I have noticed that one that just like everything, that varies what you're going to get. And had I not gotten him, I think I might have made it. But with him, it became a almost impossible proposition. Do one that's a bit easier for a minute and then debate on if I want to try and go back in where I used so many of my healing potions. Cool! That's always fun. Yes, I got a bow! I'm lucky. My in-laws are great. Now, my ex-in-laws, you know what? I should have taken a cue from the book and realized what my ex-in-laws were like, because I might not have married my ex, but you live and learn. I didn't get anything from that one. Oh, those are just drops. Never mind. That was cool. So I hope I still, when I get out, get my oddities from it. That's the first time I have gotten a drop in the fortress. The very first time. And I got a Rumpelhorn and unicorn hair. I need more than 2. But yeah. Probably gonna have to go after more oddities to get enough rune stones for it, so. That one's hard. Horn serpent egg. Yeah, my family and his family have been great about, you contact us and rather than us contact you. Unless, once in a while they'll contact, birthdays, different things, and we literally live around the corner from his parents and within 15 minutes of my parents. So, but that was one thing my parents have said all the way along, is that once you're out of the house, yeah, they still would love to have contact with you, but you have especially when you marry, you have your own family, and that needs to come first. Sadly, it kept my parents from knowing what was happening with my ex, because he was able to hide it because of that. But my husband now is amazing, and yeah. Another serpent egg. Not quite what I wanted, but at least it was a drop. That's always hard. Yeah, my last in-laws, it was very much, they felt that they should be in charge of the whole family. Like, if they said boo, not just their son, but me and everyone else should should jump or ask how high we should jump. And that included my parents. If what they wanted us to do went against what my parents wanted us to do, we should do what they wanted us to do. Period. So it wasn't just, well, we're your parents and we know better. It was literally, we're better than anyone. That can be hard with family who wants to be part, or who's insisting on having a huge part of your life. I will say this. Part of the reason I didn't realize how bad my ex-in-laws are is because they were in Germany when I got engaged to him. We were here in America. So I didn't realize how bad they were until later on. That's not the one I wanted. And so, yeah. Yeah, that's one thing my ex-in-laws did not like about me. And that was that if I disagreed and I felt strongly about it, I wouldn't hesitate. And they weren't going to boss me around and whatever. And they hated that. And so there was a lot of mental abuse from their son because of it, trying to get me to toe the line. And I think you guys can kind of pick up, I'm not, especially if Jen were on here, I think should agree, I'm not necessarily one to toe the line. And I think you can pick that up from my kids, too. That, how much they question even me directly. Well, that's because I kind of taught them to. That you need to find out for yourself. And know that what you're doing is right or not or whatever. So, they did not like that. They thought they were going to be in charge of the family until they died. Kids and everything else. Like, basically what came across was even once my kids were married, they would be controlling them. And they would get to tell them who they could marry and whatever else. And they ended up, when my ex became out of the picture, they ended up getting out of the picture with my kids. Which in some ways I think is really sad. Because so right at first they were still in the picture, but then they realized that my kids would stand up to them, and some of them didn't even want to go see them because of the way they acted towards me, and they couldn't convince my kids that I was the worst person in the world. And when they realized that my kids would stand up for me and whatever, they quit seeing my kids. Luckily, my kids had my parents, and then a while later, they also ended up with my current in-laws have accepted them too, so yeah, I don't get it. I'll be honest, I really don't get it. You're going to kick someone out of your life that you supposedly care about because they won't do exactly what you say to do? And yet you care about them and that's why you're doing what you're doing? Okay, I have those, so I'm going to go somewhere else. Let's try this one. I mean, but maybe that's just me. My kids, I let them... There was a time that they didn't want to meet with my sister's significant other. And I basically told them, that's up to you. I'm not going to force you. If you feel that strongly about it, I'm not going to force you. I'll go, but and they were old enough to stay home. I mean, I think one was like 16 or 17. And I basically said, I won't force you to interact with this person. And I actually had another family member get mad at me over it. But I'm like, I'm not going to force him. And since then, she's yelled at me over a number of things because she doesn't agree. But it's like, basically it's really weird. My brother's wife seems to want to have a little bit more control over my family than she does too, because, and I'm sure this is part of it, my kids are the closest in age to her kids. My kids are the oldest. And then there's her kids around here. And then there's an age gap until her youngest kids before they have any cousins. And so they're always doing stuff together. And I think she wishes that she had a bit more control over my kids, because then she'd have more control over her kids. Exactly. And that was my feeling. And she did not like that I felt that. And the other thing is they were, I think they were all teenagers, or most of them were teenagers by that point. So it was like, and it wasn't just one even. It was like the whole group of them. And, all together. And they had expressed to me and she did not like that I basically would not force it. Hi, Jen. Could have used you in the forest chamber earlier. I ended up with a fierce werewolf. Almost 2,000 hit points. And it was taking me down, like a quarter almost hit points at once. course, it was the last forest level. But I guess I got the bad draw of what would come in. No, I'm the magizoologist. I needed my professor. It's the professor that hits the werewolves hard. The magizoologist is the Erklings and the acromantulas. It happens. But yes, I needed Jen. I had 7 foes to take out, and one of those ended up being that werewolf, and it was like, forget it. There's no, I tried, but I could not. Exactly. Okay. I guess since it's yelling at me for energy, that means I'm done with fighting in the fortress. Plus, I'm getting stream connection not stable, and my phone's getting slightly warm from being... I actually rolled down my window, but it is still warm in the car, so... Yeah, Jen, you'll have to go watch me try to attack that werewolf. I know usually you just listen, but in this case you might want to watch it. See just how mean that fierce werewolf was to me. That's one Brett would not have been able to take down either. I do find it funny, though, that Brett sitting here insists that it's easier for me to take down werewolves and pixies than it is for him to take down acromantulas. there. Figured out while I was in the parking lot, when I saw that, I'd get that one going. I got a couple, 1 or 2 bows, but I got more eggs. Of course, I need the eggs too. So, I got my first drop out of a fortress also today, Jen. Out of a sponsored fortress. Yeah, and I get that. I just find it funny that he says it's easier for me to go after the werewolves and the doxies than it is for him to go after the acromantulas and the Erklings. Jenna, I think, can vouch that he says werewolves are evil. Yeah, he says werewolves, doxies, acromantulas, and Erklings are all evil for him. And the only real things he can take care of are the dark wizards and the Death Eaters. I'll check what was said in just a little bit. I'm trying to head to a place to kind of fill up a bit more on energy. And you saw the chambers such that I should be able to beat it. But I dropped Existimal and healing like crazy, and yeah. But the was fierce, but still, I actually about it. I got a fierce something else in a lower chamber Saturday or sometime. Pretty sure I was streaming during that, and it was nowhere near that difficult. That one was just murder. And I will say that they have come out and said that Magizoologists are weak to werewolves and pixies. Professors are weak to Death Eaters and Dark Wizards. And ours are weak to Acromantulas and Urklings. It's just, I think, the fact that my husband really doesn't know as much how to play and how to fight. And so so the fact that he struggles a bit more, or struggles more against them than he does the Death Eaters and the Dark Wizards, it means in his mind that they're all on equal level of those four, not realizing that no, actually it's even worse with two of them. That was interesting. So when I drove around the corner, I turned on my turn signal, whatever else, and then a guy pulled out of his parking spot and decided to drive to turn from a parking spot. And it's like, no. Well, and I mean, I get it, but he didn't have his blinker on to blink out or to blink turning, anything. Just started driving. Luckily, I saw it and was able to react. That is one thing in Utah. Blinkers are not used as much as they should be. More spell energy. Oh, Steph, are you sure? So did they change the three-headed dog? Because I thought you said it was a yellow flame was your three-headed dog that you saw. And what I found, what I've seen around here, is there always a red flame. But yeah, I thought you said they were either yellow or orange. I can't remember which one you said. Just had someone almost back into me too. Today's being an interesting one. Oh, did you see did you watch my last stream stuff? I still need to change the title. I mean, yeah, it would be clickbait, but it wouldn't, it would be more the type of clickbait I'm okay with. That of what actually happens in the video. That was policeman, wasn't he, Jen? Oh, she isn't here right now. If I can get everything collected and done, and then I probably will be going home and working on the pumpkin walk thing. Got someone behind me, so I can't slow down. See if I can hit it from this side. Nope. Oh well. So one thing I do not have to worry about today, if you didn't already figure out, is if my son's going to go. I've already talked to him actually twice today. So he called once and we talked a bit about some things, and then he called again to ask to update me on something I asked him to update me on, and to ask me to check something for him. because he can't access his can't directly access his bank account, online banking information, because of the way things for his private account. He can for his mission account, but he needed some money from his private account. So he could be him and go someone's brakes. So he asked me to check it for him. He had to, he left all his tools here when he left because everyone was saying he wouldn't ever use them and he would have trouble getting them on the plane and whatever else. And he's been slowly accumulating a few things here and there. But he needed to get some specific tools. There's some things to be able to work on brakes. C-clamp, and I don't have some wrenches and whatever. And so he was gonna do that today for her. So it was kind of like, okay. And so when he left, one thing we asked was if we needed to make sure he had access to, or he had, Jen? If you're on, I'm at the aquatic center and you want this. There is a swooping evil here at the aquatic center. I wasn't sure if you were in a position you could leave or not. And I figured if I didn't say anything, maybe you could go post it on Discord in case Wizard or some of the others are where they can run too right now. Because that one, as you know, is pretty rare around here. Okay. Maybe I'll go report it in a minute. And yeah, it is sad that you won't get a chance to come for it. I wish you could. I'll come right over here and then go on Discord and report it. I just never know when you're at work if you're going to be able to run for something or not. I'm even going to tag everyone just because that one's a lot rarer. I wonder if Fred's got his phone on and I'll say, "You better come get me." Of course, he has the van, so if he wants it, he can come in, because he's got to come in anyway. Because we got to get him got to get one of the vehicles to a son. Ah, okay. That makes sense. So before 5 you're not able to, after 5 you're able to. Actually, I think I'm giving up more and more on regular fortresses and going more towards sponsored fortresses. So even though then you have to go fill up somewhere else because you don't have enough energy, but hope it's not a problem and it was just someone she wants to talk to. So I think I'm getting to where I might, actually I may try to call Brett and go from there. See if this works.
Please say a command.
Call Brett.
Calling Brett.
Hey, it worked this time. It's weird. his phone's not turned on yet, which means he's not home yet, which means he's screaming by the time he gets home. Let's see, where do we have a red? You know where we have a 9 3/4? A flag? I'm gonna pull over and see if I can figure out. Logan Library. Okay, thank you. I'm gonna head there then while I wait for Brett. See if I can't get my I'll go after this. I don't think I want to drive to Hiram. Not right now. Maybe another. Yeah, I do other times, but not right now. But I want to see if I can get my Bogart cabinets. Now I gotta watch a bit more. We're getting to a busier road. And I've got someone trying to turn left into me as I'm trying to turn left. Check what Steph said in a little while. Steph or Jen, whoever said that, I saw something came across. Let's see, not this book, next book. Gonna go. Yeah, I'm having bad luck with other drivers today. It's kind of funny. Because it's like, each time had they actually hit me, I would have gotten a new car. Well, not necessarily a new car, but they would have had to fix the car. It wouldn't have been me or on my insurance. And so it's kind of like, really? We had policemen Saturday. Today we're having bad drivers. Oh, it's the post office. It's not the library. I think it's the post office. It says it's the library. And they had showed up, but now they don't want to. Guess it's time to get out and go for a walk. I bet what happened is my person ran over there for a minute. Aha! Don't need that one. And now we're back to not showing them again. Don't need that one. My husband actually swears my car is a bad driver magnet. Because end of last year, my car got backed into. Well, we weren't in it. And we got it into the repair shop. Got it back the beginning of January. And then the end of January, I was at my kids' school and we got backed into again. I was in it this time. And then we had just got it back from that. And I got backed into again when I wasn't in it. And it's been a while since that, but looks like my son is saying my other son may be ready really quick, so I'm gonna see what's up here. And I guess go ahead for him. Because my guess is he's having trouble getting a hold of my husband. And so they're sending me a message about it. See what this is? Nope. If I had time to sit around and wait, I might be able to drop a trace and find it, but I'll keep that in mind to try and do a stop by here every day. And here's why. Actually, before I do anything else, do it this way. Because I know I'm going to rank up. Let's see what I did in the fortress and everything I've got. While we go look. Okay, 15 out of 20 bows, 11 out of 20 eggs. Now, that's why I'm asking. I need 3 more Bogart cabinets to get that one to gold. So you can understand why I was asking where I might find that one. I need 1 more prophecy record, and then I'll need the ministry memos, of course. And then I need my nifflers. I need more there. Just need my umbrellas there. So let's see how far I ranked up on the registries. 62. Okay. Where's the book to place? Right there. Only need 8 more of the Screaming Yo-Yo and I'll get to prestige that one. Okay, so what Steph's saying is you do not want to upgrade or to take to go and download your assets right now. And I'm not sure if that's just for people with Samsung or in general. I obviously haven't tried it. So, I'm going to let you guys go. And hopefully, since it looks like Steph hasn't made it back yet, I'll see you guys tomorrow and go from there. Bye. Don't what? Oh. Yeah, don't, so this, it's the new assets. I need to look into why, but she said at the beginning of the stream that at least Samsung shouldn't be downloading them. I'm not sure about the rest. So I will let the Discord group know when I find out for sure. So, talk to you later. Bye.